Control.
Control. Yeah.
From Remedy. And we had Thomas Puha on the podcast 2 nights ago trying to explain what the hell this thing is from the creators of Max Payne and Quantum Break. Kyle, have at it, man. What is Control?
You talked to the guy that works for Remedy.
It did. We did. Yeah.
You didn't understand.
There's the Federal Bureau of Control.
Correct.
What?
And you become the leader of the Federal Bureau of Control. And
Kyle,
you have a gun made of a Rubik's Cube. And there's sometimes a shadowy guy talks to you. And it looks awesome. I'm really into it.
So much more than that.
So here's the thing. Your name is Jesse. And
Jesse Control.
You had
I don't think that's her last name.
A traumatic experience with an unexplainable as a child, and it left.
What's an unexplainable?
How am I going to explain what an unexplainable is?
Not explainable?
Yeah,
basically, she has supernatural powers.
Yeah, and it gave her powers, and she's looking for answers. So she discovers this secretive governmental organization called the Federal Bureau of Control. And they operate by.
I didn't.
Well, I mean, you guys were like this game. Like
I spoke to Sam Lake, so this is how I know this.
Really loves the said this
Look,
game.
The story setup is not why we love this game, and we're gonna get to why we love
okay,
this
game.
game.
Basically, I'm sitting here listening to this, and I'm like, what the hell is
no.
going on here?
So basically, she goes to the Federal Bureau of Control looking for answers because they deal in investigating unexplainable events on Earth.
It seems
what that means is the environment is trippy as all hell, and it's constantly.
So she goes to this place.
Is it giving you like Alan Wake vibes?
Yes.
Like that.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
So she goes to this building called the Oldest House, where they are, and it's a skyscraper in Manhattan.
Yeah, it's the oldest house. It's very clear.
It's a skyscraper in Manhattan, and turns out a group or like a mysterious supernatural group of creatures called the Hiss have invaded, and they have killed or possessed all of the agents in this governmental organization.
Okay.
And she panics and finds a gun laying on the ground, and she picks it up, and it turns out that gun was the former gun of the director of that Federal Bureau of Control.
And the gun talks to her. No.
And
she like does a persona and puts it to her head.
It would not surprise me.
It's a powerful item, like that. It basically, her having this gun makes her like a new director.
Yeah.
This is the problem, Shay. You talk to Sam Lake, and so you just have the lore-heavy explanation. What it means practically is the gun reshapes itself like it's made of little cubes, like a Rubik's Cube, so it can transform from a pistol into a shotgun into all these other types of guns being the same gun.
But it's meant to be like a conspiracy theorist kind of like supernatural
things are happening all the time.
Yeah, I like that
but they take it on. They take it under
control
control and make it so nobody else knows about it. Pretty much.
Yeah, like the names are admittedly silly, but I am totally intrigued by it because it does seem like this weird, mysterious shadow organization that controls things that she's kind of thrust into against her will, and
she's losing control.
Yeah, like in the inside of this facility is in like just things are going crazy. And it's
the facility. We need to talk about this one little thing. Like my favorite part of the demo is she's in this certain room in this hallway because it's Cam. I don't know if we've explained this. This building's crazy.
It's weird,
and they explained it.
I don't doubt it.
They have a very cute developer catchspace, which is, "We consider this building a world within a location."
A world within a location.
What?
Good.
What is with these?
It's a good concept.
I actually like that.
You just talked about Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah,
that lore is deep. Okay, like
I actually that phrase I like, and I can explain why in a little bit.
Okay, but the coolest part is that it's trippy as all hell. But there's this one hallway where Jesse is like walking down the hallway, and there's just little rooms off to the side. It feels a little bit like that movie that I can never remember the name of.
The Matrix.
No, that's stupid. The horror movie with Sigourney Weaver's in the caverns. Cabin in the Woods. There
you go.
Sigourney in the caverns. And so you're like going down this hallway, and there's just a series of bizarre objects that this organization's trying to keep under control.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so good. And in the demo, they only look at like a couple of them, but one of them, this is good
Poor
video game
guy.
storytelling. One of them, as far as I could tell, it was like a vending machine, right?
Yeah, it's a refrigerator.
Okay, it was a refrigerator style vending machine type thing. Okay,
just
here we go.
Just bear with us,
It was
Kim.
this refrigerator vending machine type thing. It looks like the robot in Grand Day Out from Wallace and Gromit, basically. And there's just this guy in a chair looking at this, like behind this plate glass. He's like, "You've got to help me. If I look away, this thing changes. Like, I need to keep looking at this. Like, I've been on this shift for too long. They left me in charge of staring at this thing, or else it turns into something unnatural and like into some sort of demon." And he just can never look away. But I don't know why he was left on this shift for so long.
Well, because everybody was killed or like possessed.
Yeah. So if he looks away from this fridge,
He
it'll maybe
loses
destroy the
control.
world.
He loses
So
control.
that's an example of one of their side quests that you can do. So like you
Yeah.
can choose to help this guy, or you can just leave him back behind.
Why would you leave him?
Because you've got stuff to do.
We got an E3 demo
But I
to
mean,
show up.
I know you're not like. Do you guys watch Lost at all, or ever?
No.
I know
No.
there's the people who
I
watch
grabbed
Lost.
my remote control.
I watched
Hey.
Felicity, not Lost.
Okay,
by
well,
JJ.
pretty much the same thing. But there's like a character in the vault in Lost who has to enter a code every couple of hours, like over the course of like months and months and months. It's very reminiscent of that, of just like people being forced to do this like insane thing, and it's.
But
very
yeah, so
cool.
Jessie has all these powers that like she can manipulate things around her. Like she can shoot up like
She has the Force.
debris from the ground. Like a guy came around the corner with a shotgun, started shooting at her, and as soon as he did that, she like lifted up all this debris and blocked up the bullets with
That
her.
reminds me of Quantum Break, though, a little
Yep,
bit.
Well,
same
bit.
director as Quantum Break.
Yeah.
I know,
The
but
tech
like,
looks a lot like Quantum Break.
It does. It seems like they're going a lot further with
but they
it. though.
learned like more since.
Yeah.
And you
even
can like
then,
grab things off the wall or like a table and throw them into guys
Totally.
or levitate. Like
We,
all
should,
kinds.
we should point out, it looks much better than I was expecting. Maybe that's just an
looks
overall
great.
trend of E3. Is like, oh, games are further than I thought. But going into that, it was like, maybe it's a little bit of like 5 out of 5 games. How good can this game look? Where it's like, no, it's Remedy. It
looks
turns out that
very
game
good.
looks super
Yeah.
good.
Did they put a release date on it?
2019.
2019 is all they said. But yeah, the levitating is a huge one, and the weird twist is they pitch it as like it's got flavors of Metroidvania, where you're going to get these different abilities, then go back, and it's a much more more open ended than any Remedy game
Like
before.
the simplest one they showed was like a bridge that was out that she couldn't cross. She had to find the ability to levitate in order to move across it.
And it's like full on flying. It's not just like
Yeah.
levitating like this far off the ground. It's
It's
like
weird.
And it's awesome using it in combat. You can like float up in the air and shoot people and
Like
stuff.
Peter
reminded me of
Pan
that
can
weird
fly.
Yeah,
Princess
Yeah.
Leia.
and also just
scene.
the animation of her moving and like it's very psychological horror. It's not like gruesome like horror. It's more like Twin Peaksy kind of weird,
Yeah.
Yeah.
messed up stuff. And like
Like the building's
the
always
building's
shifting.
like moving and shifting and like what was their phrase that you said? The
World within a location.
the world within a location. Like
Kyle really wants to explain why he likes that.
I really do
Uh-huh.
like that because like this is a very specific thing that I like about in video games and certain video games is staying in one place. Like my example is always Shadow Moses and Metal Gear Solid.
Right.
I love being able to like stay in one location and really learn it really well.
Is
and
this why you never leave your house?
that's right, yeah.
Okay.
That's why and also
Right,
why I
that
didn't really like
leaves The
Metal Gear Solid
Office
4.
either.
Those are the two places. I know those two places really well. But like
Arkham Asylum.
Remedy's shooting is always fantastic, coupled with like creepy ass like weird laboratory stuff that reminds me of Inside with like
Yeah.
bodies floating in the air and
Mhm.
stuff
Color
like that.
scheme, very much so. Yeah.
Yes, yeah, and then like a little bit of Metroidvania and being able to fly and shoot people with Remedy shooting. I'm super on board. It is personally my favorite game of the show. I didn't see
That's-
Cyberpunk, but
It's probably
Tall
my
order.
top 3. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's
You
probably
didn't
my
It might be
top three.
I
Spider-Man
didn't
is
see
my number
Cyberpunk.
2.
No, you didn't see Kingdom Hearts.
I saw the trailers for Kingdom Hearts.
That's not no.
I'll play it. I'm very excited for that game.
That was just a clip from a larger show called The Game Informer Show. You can find it on iTunes, Google Play, or GameInformer.com. We take the fun opportunities and exclusive information from Game Informer magazine and boil it into a show that airs every Thursday with exclusive cover story information, developer interviews, a lot of fun stuff. So come love games with us.